Now that you've started brainstorming ideas for your own personal essay, let's look at considerations for writing goals and content. Before you begin writing, be clear on the instructions, specific questions, deadlines, and word limits. This will help you stay on track when you are writing. Keep in mind that instructions, deadlines, and word limits will vary from program to program. For some essays, you'll be asked an open-ended question such as, describe your interests in our program, or describe your research interests. Or you may be asked a more specific question such as, describe 3 experiences that have prepared you to become a teacher. Other programs might require you to write a series of short essays or short answer questions. For a handy tool to calculate your timeline for writing the personal essay, please visit the assignment calculator and set the assignment type to personal statement. This calculator will also provide you with resources to help you along the writing process. A link to the assignment calculator is available from the starting website or from this slide. When you're writing your essay, there are a number of goals to keep in mind. Match your achievements to the program, and be sure to answer the specific questions you've been asked. Your goal is to be as persuasive as possible using the word limit you've been provided. This is your opportunity to shine and show your best self. All essays are written in formal language. As with any essay, typically a unified paragraph contains one topic and the first sentence introduces the topic. Unlike research papers you may have written for coursework, in the personal statement, it is fine to use the pronoun I. In fact, you are the subject of your essay, therefore you'll likely use the pronoun I frequently. For content, you might choose to write about your education, work, volunteer, extracurricular experience, goals, and interests. What would you include with regards to these topics? Take a moment to think about your achievements in these areas as they relate to your application. With education, you could mention co-op placements, specific courses, research projects, skills, or awards that might be relevant to your application. With work and volunteer experience, identify how they have prepared you for the program. What skills or knowledge have you gained? In terms of your personal background, do you have qualities and strengths that have prepared you for the program? With regards to motivation, mention what specifically interests you about their program and how it helps you reach your goals. Some people use their personal essay to address sensitive topics such as failed courses or an absence from studies on the transcript. If you address this, do be sure to end on a positive note and leave no doubt in your admission committee's mind that you are prepared to excel in their program. Other topics that might be risky, as you can never predict your audience, include flattery, put-downs, religion, politics, and humor can also be risky, as you don't know how your audience will react. Integrity matters in your application as well. You will find a large number of samples online. We do encourage that you read online samples, as reading helps you become a better writer. However, do not copy any parts of statements you read online and do not buy any personal essays. The penalties for this are high. Keep in mind that many other applicants will share similar interests and backgrounds. Your goal is to write actively and in detail to set yourself apart. Let's look at an example sentence from an application to a master's in biology. In my major, I took 3 lab courses. What does the admissions committee learn about the applicant from this statement? How does this differentiate the student from other applicants? How could it be rephrased? Let's look at this example. In the 3rd year biology lab, I performed complex lab experiments for Professor X's research project in which as you can see, this student is writing in more detail. Notice how the second sentence is getting into the details of what the student achieved and how it made an impact on someone's research project. What about this statement? My interest in biology led me to pursue a position in a research lab. This is written in the passive voice. The student is not as much of an active agent when using passive voice to describe a situation. This statement, however, is written in the active voice, using I as the subject. Using active voice typically is much more powerful in showing achievements, action, and skill. I sought a position in a research lab to explore my passion for biology. While writing your statement, it's also important to keep a positive tone. This is an application to a Master's in English program. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but after failing calculus, I thought I would try English. How would you rephrase this in a more positive tone? The same idea could be rephrased as, Although I did not begin my studies in English, literature is now my passion. Now that we've completed both videos on getting started on the personal statement, please review your reflection handout again. Is there anything you would like to change or add to this handout? Use this sheet to brainstorm before you begin writing. If you need assistance, there are resources that can help you with your writing process. Having trouble assessing yourself and your fit with any particular program? Visit the Academic Advising and Career Center to meet with a career counselor. Once you have started writing, be sure to get feedback. Share your draft with family and friends, teaching assistants, or professors if they're willing to read it. Also, have your draft reviewed by a career counselor or by the Writing Center. Visit us during our drop-ins. Use the assignment calculator to map out your writing steps. The calculator will link you to online samples and other helpful editing resources. Once you've written your essay, you can download the personal statement checklist to help you review and revise. Thank you for your time. You can visit us in the Academic Advising and Career Center beside the library in AC 213 and the Writing Center across from the library in AC 210. We wish you all the best with your application.